The next country we're going to do is Colombia. And Colombia has a flag with the colors yellow, blue, and red. So once again, colors in flags can mean different things. So for this flag, the yellow stands for independence. So independence means that the country is not owned by another country. They're all alone, they take care of themselves, and they don't have to be ruled over by another country. Like when you get older, you become independent, right? And now you can live on your own, and you don't have to live with your parents because they don't really need to watch you as often, right? So the yellow means independence. Blue means loyalty, which means that they stay true to their country. And the red stands for the winning of their independence, how they overcame their independence. So they were owned by another country at some point. A really big thing in Colombia, which may be new to you, well, not new, you know it here, but it may be pretty exciting information, is that they grow coffee there. So the coffee in Colombia grows on high mountains. Coffee grows on mountains. Like here, if you see corn, right, growing, it's in a field, a flat field. But in Colombia, they grow their coffee on these mountains. So here's a picture of a person picking the coffee beans off of a tree. So you can see the mountains up here, right? And I'm sure lots of your parents drink coffee, right? I love coffee. Another thing from Colombia, I've actually been to Colombia. It's an amazing country. I love going there, and I can't wait to go back again. But there's lots of art in Colombia, and I brought back this from Colombia. So this is called a casa de campo, and it's just a traditional house from the countryside. So they can actually live on these mountains. Most of these houses are built on mountains or in the country somewhere. So it's flat. See? It's flat, but you hang it on your wall. So this hangs in my bedroom, and I love it. All their stuff is very bright and colorful, but this is from Colombia too. You can find these a lot on the street, and you can just buy them. Most Colombian families that I know have these in their own homes. So, our last country is Mexico. So this is the Mexican flag. We have green, white, and red. So once again, all the colors mean something different, right? And their symbols mean something different. So the green in the Mexican flag once again means independence, which means that they're on their own. No one owns them, right? The white is for religion, the religion that they believe there. And the red stands for the people who helped them gain their independence. Just like in the Colombian flag. So that's what this flag stands for. I am sure a lot of you have seen really large hats, right? With lots of jewels and pretty stitching on it, right? And those are called sombreros. So in Mexico, people don't wear sombreros going to the grocery store. They were originally for people who worked on farms or cowboys, because the brim, here's a picture. So this is called a brim, the part that hangs over, is really large, right? So it helps protect them from the sun, just like we wear hats. We protect ourselves from the sun. But it's big enough to protect their face and their neck, so they don't get sunburned. But now sombreros in Mexico are used for traditional occasions. So parties, they'll wear them, or people in mariachi bands will wear them as well. So a mariachi band is just a type of band that plays traditional Mexican music. And as you can see, this man is a part of a mariachi band. So is that one. And they use them for more traditional reasons and not for everyday life. Another thing that's from Mexico that you may not know is the piñata. So you can see these at a lot of parties, right? Birthday parties, and you just go and hit them, and once it breaks, all the candy falls out, right? So they originally were from China. Isn't that really awesome? So they were originally created in China, a little different, but they started in China and made their way all the way to Mexico. And they can usually be seen in Mexico during a little before Christmas time, and they're basically for good luck, and that it kind of teaches the lesson that, because when you hit the piñata, you're blindfolded, right? So it teaches us the lesson that, things can be tough, like hitting a piñata blindfolded because you can't see, but at the end, if you work hard, you get rewarded for it. So if you are blindfolded and you break the piñata open from trying and trying and trying, you receive all the candy, right? Isn't that awesome? The last thing from Mexico that I have to share with you today is this. So this is a skull, right? But look at how pretty it is. This is a jewel, and there's glitter on here, and all the colors are so bright. So a lot of people in Mexico, you can see these a lot around here during Halloween, right? But a lot of people in Mexico celebrate Dia de los Muertos. And this is a day where they are able to celebrate the people who they have lost. So those people who they have lost are able to come and visit them. So they create these really extravagant things for them, and they just celebrate them all night, and they throw huge parties, and a lot of people paint their faces just like this. And that's how they celebrate. So I added a link below in the description of this video, and you can click on that, and that you're going to go on a little virtual field trip. And that video is going to explain a lot about Dia de los Muertos and how people celebrate it. So you'll be able to go on that journey with them. Once you have completed the video, you can come back to this video and we can continue. Okay, so I attached a file to the description as well in this video, just like I did with the field trip video, and this will take you to a coloring sheet that I put together. So the coloring sheet will have the flag of the countries, and then there's a little line here that you can write the country's name on. So you'll have the 3 flags, right? The Canadian flag, the Colombian flag, and the Mexican flag. And then I also attached a little guide for you so you can go back and see, but you can also just, you can stay very accurate just like these, or you can do a little creativity and express yourself by just coloring it however you'd like. But the guide is attached to it as well. So I hope you learned some new things, some new interesting things that you didn't know before, or realized that those objects came from those countries, like the piñata and the sombreros, right? As well as syrup. I know we all use a lot of syrup right on our pancakes, so now you know that it's a huge part of the Canadian culture. And I hope you share your knowledge with others and explain to them these new things. I hope you have a great night or day, and Roxy says goodbye to you too. Bye, everyone.